Hello, welcome to Introduction to Java Programming. In this session, we will discuss about multiple inheritance in Java. Let's start. We know inheritance is there in Java, wherein a class acquires properties from other class. And this inheritance can be of different types. We have a single inheritance where class B extends A. So this can be written like this. Class B extends A. Extends is the keyword, which specifies inheritance. Now we have multi-level inheritance also. In multi-level, what happens? There is a class C. This class C extends from class B. Okay, and class B, in fact, got extended from this class B. In fact, extended from class A. Class B extends A. So like that, we can have a chain of hierarchy. So in multi-level, a class is getting inherited from another inherited class, another derived class. Then we can have hierarchical inheritance also. Class C extends from A, that is one level, and class B extends from A. Like that also it will be there actually. See, wherever you see here, extends is allowing only one class. Here also extends allows only one class. Here also extends allows only one class. So here also you have to write like this, right? Class C extends A. So this is one. And then I have this class B, which is extending from extends. Yeah, so which extends from A, right? So this is what hierarchical inheritance. So now let's come to the multiple inheritance actually. So in multiple inheritance, what is there? You have class C, you have to write like this. You have class C, which extends from B comma A. Is that possible? No. So this is not possible. After extends, you cannot use more than one class actually, right? So this is not allowed in Java. So multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. It's not allowed because after the extends keyword, you cannot have more than one class. Okay, so multi-level is actually a chain actually. So one class extends from other, that class extends from some other class, like that. But multiple inheritance, what happens? A class is getting acquired from more than one class directly. So, and this is not allowed. So this is not there in Java, not possible in Java. Why it is not possible? C++ it's possible. Multiple inheritance is there in C++. But Java, they have removed multiple inheritance. The reason is, in Java, all classes will form hierarchy. All classes will form hierarchy. We have Java API classes, right? And at the top, the rootmost class is object class, java.lang.object class. So at the top of the hierarchy, we have a class. So whatever the class I write, a customer, a student, or whatever, it has a parent class, that is object class. And all object class 11 methods we can use. So by default, all classes in inheritance will form hierarchy. Okay. So java.lang.object is a superclass of all classes. So now, because of this, what happens every time, whenever you have multiple inheritance kind of scenario, you'll actually going to get something called the diamond problem. And because of this diamond problem, you will get the ambiguity. So the member ambiguity, it may be a constructor, it may be a data member, or it may be a method, whatever it is, you will get the ambiguity. Let's understand this diamond problem, what I am trying to tell you. So for this, I need certain annotation. So I will actually annotate over here. So let's assume I have a class. I have some class like this. Let me draw this. I have this class A. or whatever it is actually. So I have 3 classes. Let's name them actually. So let's say this is class A and this is class B. This is class B, and here I have class C. Okay, so now what is multiple inheritance? If the class C extending from these 2 classes, the class B is extending from these 2 classes. So this is not possible straight away, because if at all I have to write, I write like this. I have to write like this. So I have to say class C extends, because there are 2 classes A comma B. This is not allowed. This is not allowed in Java. In C++ it is allowed actually. You can specify. Okay. So here what happens? C is extending from A. So all the members of A are available to C, and all the B members are available to C as well. So here only this is the scenario we can handle it. In C++ only this is the scenario and we will handle it. Okay, but in Java, what else will happen? All classes will form hierarchy, and you will have a class also over here, right? Because all classes will form some hierarchy. So if I write a class A has a parent, that is the object class. And if I write class B, which is also have a parent, that is object class. Okay, so here you will have this object class, that is the superclass of all Java classes. So that means if you just define a class A, so something like that, you are saying class A, and don't think you don't have any parent. Object class is your parent. If you write class B here, and you will also have a parent class, that is object class. So object class is the parent class of every other class if you are not specifying. So for example, class A is extending from some X. X will have now the parent as object. So object class is the parent class for every other class. Okay, so now if you see, this is a diamond problem. So this is the diamond problem actually. See here. Here like this, we have the diamond creation, right? A diamond is getting created like this. So that's why we call this as a diamond problem. So always, whenever you have this particular multiple inheritance kind of scenario, you always get this particular diamond problem. So now what happens? So all the properties of this object are available to class A. So there are 11 methods. And here also you will have all the 11 methods coming up, right? And let us assume class A and B have nothing other than the parent things. Now for class C, you have 11 methods of object through A, and you have 11 methods from object B. So total you have 22 methods. So 22 methods. What are the 11 methods? We know, right? Equals method, get class method, clone method, finalize method. Okay, wait, notify all. Okay, so these all like toString method, hash code method. So 11 methods are there. So 11 methods, we have one copy from class A and another copy from class A. So now the same named methods in a single class, it's not possible, right? Same named methods with the same signature, because through inheritance you are getting everything. The entire signature is available. So you cannot have same named methods with the same signature in a class. Right? If same named methods with different signatures, that is called overloading. Method overloading, that is possible. But all object class methods through A and all objects class methods through object class B. Same named method, same signatures, that's not possible. So this is called the diamond problem. And yeah, so that's why it's not actually allowed in Java. But C++, how this problem was solved. So in C++, we specially make this particular class, whatever the class that's coming in the place of object, right? We actually make this class as virtual base class. Call that as a virtual base class, because in C++ all classes will not form hierarchy. Okay, there is no class hierarchy, but a predefined hierarchy. Okay, so whatever the class that comes over here, we clearly say, for example, some X class will come here. So A is extending from X and B is also extending from X. Then that X class we will say a virtual base class. right? We'll use that keyword actually, so virtual, and then only one copy is passed to the children actually. So that's how C++ solves, but Java is simple and straightforward, and it has removed many features from C++, like operator overloading, right? Copy constructor, multiple inheritance. So these are the things which are actually removed from C++. Java has come from C++, right? So some of the concepts are removed from C++, and some of new concepts were added, just like interfaces. Okay, they are added into Java. Okay, so this is about the diamond problem. And yeah, since because we have the diamond problem, and there is an ambiguity in calling the members or methods, so multiple inheritance is not allowed. Okay, now we can clearly say that multiple inheritance is not possible in Java with classes. Okay, multiple inheritance with classes is not possible. So that means extends keyword will not allow more than one class. But if we see here the last lines, actually multiple inheritance is achieved through interfaces. Multiple inheritance is not possible with classes, but multiple inheritance can be achieved with interfaces. So that's why it is tricky, and one of the most frequently asked interview questions. Multiple inheritance is there in Java. Clearly we say it's not there for classes, but we can achieve multiple inheritance kind of mechanism with the help of interfaces. So how do we do that? A class can implement multiple interfaces. A class can implement multiple interfaces. Okay, so how do we write actually? So for example, you have an interface A, this one interface A, and you have some other interface B. Okay, so two interfaces, or you can have a number of interfaces also. Interface C. So you have these interfaces. Now you require some implementation classes, right? So now there exists a class X that implements is the keyword A comma B comma C. This is possible. Now it is the responsibility of the class X to provide the implementations for all these methods, all these abstract methods which are there in the interfaces. So class X implements A comma B comma C, and all the methods of all the interface have to be implemented over here. This is possible. So that means after implements, you can actually see multiple interfaces specified. So this is something like multiple inheritance, right? This is something like multiple inheritance, but this multiple inheritance with interfaces. With interfaces, this is possible. Okay, so we can achieve multiple inheritance kind of mechanism using interfaces. Okay, so for that I have a code already written. Let's actually check here. So I have an interface printable, and I have an interface showable. Interface have print method, and this interface have show method. So two interfaces are there. Now I have a class multiple inheritance demo, mi demo, implements printable and showable. Now it is the responsibility of this mi demo to provide implementations for these two abstract methods. So we know all the members in interface are public, so public void print, and this is how it is implemented, and public void show, and this is how it is implemented. So in my main method, now I can create something like this. So printable p equal to new mi demo, and showable s equal to new mi demo. So like the two references I have to create and call print and show methods respectively. Otherwise I can actually create something like this. Mi demo, directly I am creating instances of the class actually. Mi demo, some m equal to, or mi demo mi equal to new mi demo. Okay, so instance got created, and now I can call mi dot print and mi dot show. So this is multiple inheritance, right? Class implements more than one interface. Extends does not allow more than one class, but implements you can actually have multiple interfaces. In fact, if you see Java API, and there are so many classes. For example, if you see a string class implements so many interfaces. Okay, all predefined classes. If you actually check, so those are implementing multiple interfaces. Fine. So now let me actually compile this. So the file name is amidemo, and let me go to the terminal and let's say java c amidemo.java. Compiled successfully. When you compile, how many dot class file will get created here? Printable dot class, showable dot class, and amidemo dot class. 3 dot class files. So now we want to see here. For example, you want to see java p printable, java p, and let's say printable. Just see here. So it is compiled from amidemo.java, right? And you can also see java p showable, because this file has 2 interface and 1 class. So all those are going to get created upon compilation. So here showable also created from demo.java. Fine. So when I compile this file, I have 3 dot class files, and my main method is there in amidemo. So now I have to call that one java space amidemo. Now we are creating an instance of amidemo and we are calling these methods actually. So it's printing and it's showing. So it's working actually, right? So this is an example how multiple inheritance is achieved with the help of interfaces. Fine. So multiple inheritance in general is not possible in Java. That means with classes it's not possible because it creates a diamond problem and there is an ambiguity, right? But multiple inheritance is achieved with the help of interfaces. Okay. Yeah. So now let me tell you one last point, and we can actually conclude this session. And in Java, we have something called marker interfaces. Okay, so an example of marker interfaces are serializable, and we have something called clonable. So what do you mean by a marker interfaces, which has another name also, which are also called as tagged interfaces? Marker interface or tagged interface. So serializable, java.io.serializable, that's the full name, and java.lang.clonable. So it is from lang package and it is from io package. So these are marker interfaces. What is the purpose of marker interfaces? These marker interfaces will not have any methods, Okay, so that means serializable interface has no methods inside. It's an interface, but it has no method. It has no method. So clonable also is an interface which has no method. So like that, few interfaces we have, like serializable, clonable, and remote is also there, which have no methods. Okay, still they are important actually. Okay, so what these will do is, these interfaces will convey some information to JVM. Okay, so these interfaces when used actually will tell some info or will provide some info. Otherwise we can say these interfaces will provide some information to the JVM. Okay, so for example, if I want to serialize any object, that class must implement serializable interface. If I want to clone any object, that class must implement clonable interface. That means just I have to use like this. For example, I just have to say public class A implements serializable. Now what happens, since I am saying implement serializable, now some information will be sent to JVM, that so whatever the objects of this class A, those are going to get serializable. Okay, if it is not there, then you are trying to serialize class A, that's not possible. You are trying to serialize objects of class A, that's not possible. In the same fashion, public class A implements clonable. Now you can clone objects of class A. So if you are not saying implements, then JVM will give you an error, clone not supported error, not serializable error, something like that. So since we are discussing interfaces, so let's understand about these things also. Marker or tagged interfaces, example serializable, clonable, and remote. They don't have any methods. They are API methods. Okay, and they are already defined actually in the Java API. We just need to use them such that JVM understands what we are going to do. Okay, so that's it about the interfaces. So with this, the object-oriented program principles things are done actually. So we started with understanding classes, how to create objects, then object-oriented principles started with encapsulation, fully encapsulation, and then inheritance, then polymorphism, now abstraction, right? So we have seen so many things. So abstraction is achieved with the help of abstract classes and interfaces, right? And in polymorphism, what is overloading and what is overriding, and then in inheritance, what happens in inheritance, and then what is actually the super keyword, later upcasting. Okay, so all these things. So object oriented concepts or object oriented programming in Java requires at minimum all these things actually. So with this object oriented programming is done, and from now onward we'll actually go to new concepts like packages, nested classes, input output, multi-threading, string handling, exception handling, collections, etc. Okay, so hope you understood, and see you soon with the next session. Thank you.